Hey everyone, welcome back to 220 Investor Network, your ultimate source for the latest financial news, stock market insights, and all things investment. I'm your host Harshal, and in today's episode, we have some exciting updates that are moving the market and could shape your investment strategy in the near future. We'll be talking about the latest sales performance of some major companies, Mahindra and Mahindra, TVS Motor, Maruti Suzuki, Vari Energies, and more. Plus, we'll dive into some important financial results and what they mean for your portfolio. So, without further ado, let's jump straight in. Let's kick things off with Mahindra and Mahindra's farm equipment sector. They've just released their tractor sales data for January 2025, and the numbers are impressive. Mahindra's domestic sales saw a solid 15% year-over-year increase, selling 26,305 units, up from 22,972 units in January 2024. This indicates strong growth in their core market, which is great news for investors following the agricultural sector. Even more exciting is the 28% surge in exports, with Mahindra exporting 1,252 units in January 2025 compared to 976 units in January 2024. In total, Mahindra sold 27,557 units, a 15% increase from last year. This performance reinforces Mahindra's leadership position in the tractor market, both in India and globally. Looking at the year-to-date data, Mahindra has continued to show strong performance. Domestic sales for fiscal year 2025 are up by 10%, reaching 350,632 units compared to 320,129 units in the previous year. The export market also grew by a remarkable 28%, bringing in 13,548 units, up from 10,561 units last year. So, if you're holding Mahindra stock or considering adding it to your portfolio, this growth trajectory could be a good indicator of the company's long-term stability and performance. Next, let's take a look at Vinati Organics, a key player in the chemical manufacturing sector. Vinati has reported some impressive numbers for Q3 2025. The company's revenue rose to 5.22 billion rupees, a significant increase from 4.48 billion rupees in the same quarter last year. That's a solid growth rate, and it shows that the company is expanding its market share. Vinadi's EBITDA also saw a jump, reaching 1.42 billion rupees, up from 1.14 billion rupees last year. What's even more impressive is the improvement in their EBITDA margin, which expanded to 27.22% from 25.59% year over year. This improvement in margin indicates that the company is becoming more efficient and managing costs better, which is always a positive sign for investors. On top of that, their consolidated net profit grew by 22%, reaching 937 million rupees. This level of profitability and operational efficiency makes Vinati Organics an attractive option for investors looking at solid returns from a growth-oriented sector. Now, let's talk about TVS Motor Company. They had a stellar performance in January 2025, reporting a total of 397,623 vehicle sales, which is up 17% compared to January 2024. The strong growth was largely driven by exports, which surged 46%, bringing in 101,055 units. This signals a solid international presence and demand for TVS motorcycles and scooters. TVS also saw a 12% growth in motorcycle sales with 174,388 units sold. Meanwhile, scooter sales reached 171,111 units, including 25,195 electric scooters. The electric vehicle EV segment is especially interesting, as TVS is positioning itself to be a major player in the EV space in India, where the market is growing rapidly. TVS Motors' stock price has already seen a nice 3.3% jump, reaching 2,540 rupees, and with 1.71 million shares traded, there's significant momentum behind this company. Investors looking for long-term growth in the automotive sector should keep an eye on TVS, especially with its strong presence in both the traditional and electric vehicle markets. Switching gears to the passenger car market, Maruti Suzuki has also posted strong numbers for January 2025. The company sold over 2 lakh units, a 6.5% increase from last year. Domestic sales were up by 5.7%, with 1.85 lakh units sold, while exports jumped 13.3%, with Maruti sending 27,100 units overseas. This continued growth shows that Maruti Suzuki is not just recovering from past challenges, but is also building on its dominant position in India's car market. Maruti's ability to deliver consistent performance year over year makes it a solid pick for investors who want stability in their portfolio. On the renewable energy front, Waaree Energies has been making waves with a staggering 260% year-on-year increase in profit after tax (PAT) for Q3 FY25. Their total income more than doubled to 35 crore 45 lakh 65,000 rupees, driven by strong performance in the solar energy sector. This is backed by a significant push from the Indian government for renewable energy manufacturing, which will likely benefit top companies like Waaree. Waaree Energies has also started trial production at its 5.4 gigawatt solar cell manufacturing facility and has begun commercial production at its 1.6 gigawatt solar module line in the USA. The company currently holds an order book of 26.5 gigawatts, valued at approximately 50,000 crore rupees, which is a massive backlog that should ensure strong revenue growth for the coming quarters. After these strong results and the government's push for solar energy, Waaree Energy's stock has surged, making it an exciting pick for investors looking to capitalize on the renewable energy boom. Lastly, Railtel Corporation of India has secured multiple high-value orders worth 221 crore rupees. One of the most notable projects involves setting up robotics, drone, and adult tinkering labs across 160 government schools as part of the STARS initiative, with a completion deadline in 2025. Another significant order comes from Maharashtra State Power Generation Company for IT network restructuring, valued at 104 crore rupees. This is expected to upgrade the IT infrastructure for several plants, further boosting Railtel's revenue stream. Following these announcements, Railtel's stock price saw a jump of 4.7%, which is great news for investors looking for growth in the public sector. With multiple contracts and projects lined up, Railtel is well positioned to grow its top line. So, to wrap things up, we've seen solid performances from Mahindra and Mahindra, TVS Motor, Maruti Suzuki, Waaree Energies, and Railtel. Whether it's strong domestic growth, international expansion, or a shift toward renewable energy, there's a lot happening in the market right now. As always, make sure to do your research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 220 Investor Network for more updates and analysis on the latest market trends. Drop a comment below if you want me to deep dive into any of these companies or if you have questions on your own investments. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.